Sorry about that. We'll get started on the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting, Tuesday, February the 11th, 2025. First on the agenda, consider the approval of the minutes from January 14, 2025, Planning and Zoning Commission meeting, and take any action necessary. Do I hear a motion? Do I hear any action that we need to take?
I'll make the motion we approve the minute.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Second on the agenda, public comments. Citizen comments are limited to 2 minutes. The Planning Zoning Commission is not permitted to respond to the comments from the public hearing per the Texas Open Meetings Act. Number 3 on the agenda, 2024-01, hold a public hearing and consider the request of an owner, Richard Hess, to approve the ordinance authorizing a specific use of a, what is that? Accessory structure for farm implement and equipment storage utilized and designed incorporating storage containers on ranch land located on a 10-acre tract in FD Future Development Zoning District in the Daniel McCall Survey 357, Tract 920, adjacent to 1040 East 16th Street.
Good evening. This is probably one of the more unusual cases that some of you have heard, because we do not apparently do very many specific use permits. They do come to you in council as if they would be a type of rezoning. It's just kind of a conditional permission request for something that is not allowed by code. This particular request is even odder than that, because they are proposing to use containers, storage containers, as part of a structure to house farm implements under. But just to kind of give an idea of where we are in the city, as you'll see, the star is where the area is. It's adjacent to the limits of the city. And it is on a property that is ranch land, but is right next to a fireworks stand. If you'll see the little rectangle property that's cut out on the case map, that actually has the fireworks stand that's on 16th Street. The property at the rear is an old outbuilding that is not part of this, but the site for the new implements that area to park the tractors and implements under is adjacent to it. And this is to erect this particular iteration, and it comes, as you can see, as a package with storage containers for sides. They're requesting it for their ag use because it's ranch land. However, in our code, these types of storage containers are only allowed in commercial and industrial zones, primarily to use as storage. To my knowledge, there's no mention of using storage containers as actual parts of another structure. However, when they came to us for a building permit, taking one look at this, we had to say it has to come forward. If it had been any other zoning district in the city, it would have been problematic. But because city code says that council, and P&Z, of course, is a recommending board for council, gets to decide what is allowed in future development and what isn't. That's why it's being brought forward as a special use permit. So the zoning map shows the approximate location with the star, and there is an industrial zone property across the street, and then catty corner is commercial. So this is certainly not be out of place even for the zoning in the area. the staff recommendation is that, it be approved because it's compatible with existing uses and adjacent zoning, and it has no detrimental impact on use. However, staff is requesting conditions be added that would require the proper siting and permitting, which of course the applicant's already, interested in doing. And then also they, agreed that the use is limited to agricultural storage. So, that would not be an issue that would conflict with the, current code that we have on those. Any questions? The applicant had asked, because that is a low area, that road already exists, it's over there, and he wanted to put it, next to the road, because I discussed if it could go behind, maybe behind the trees, but there's no road over there, and they're concerned he was gonna have to build a road for his farm implements and his tractors, which is what is for in the first place.
Where those storage containers are right now, that's the location, isn't it, where they're at right now?
Yes, when he came to us for the permit, he didn't know that they couldn't have them. Came to us, and then when I told him, oh, we're gonna have to bring this forward, through the process to get the permit, he said, well, I already set them. And I said, well, we'll leave them there, because there's no point in moving them to move them back. So, yes, that's the approximate location.
At this time, we'll open it up to the public. If you'd like to come up here and talk if you want, or...
Richard Hess. And the storage buildings will be about 50 foot to the right of where they are now. Be north. And I drove by there a while ago, and you won't be able to see them for my fireworks stand in the barn. We just see the roof of it. And there'll be tractors and trailers. We got 3 trailers just up there now. It will be under that to keep them out of the weather, my tractor and stuff like that. Feed in the storage containers and saddles, and we've got all kinds of junk to put in there to keep them dry.
We'll close it to the public at this time, and we'll take a vote. Do I hear a motion to approve?
I'll motion to approve.
I second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Aye.
Can you please add, with staff recommendation because of the condition?
Yeah, modify the motion. Motion to approve, with staff, recommendations and conditions.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, we'll move on to the number 4 agenda, Planning Director's Report.
So we had, just one administrative, plat that was approved. We continue to see one, every month or two, need to come in where lot lines are moved or eliminated, make either an extra lot or combine 2 lots into one. And as our code allows that to be administrative, then that is what is on there. So we have had a number of cases come forward. Of course, city council did approve, the rezoning request, and, it did not come to this board, but there is a, senior tax credit housing project that has been kind of rekindled on Tennyson Road that, came forward to city council. That is a resolution that council approves in order for that company to move that application forward to the state level. I'm not sure, this has happened in the past, that the property was rezoned maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and it will actually have to come to this board if they get their senior tax credit funding through the state, because it is a property that's going to need to be replatted, and it has, right-of-way abandonments on it, as well as a site plan requirement, because I believe it's gonna have, it's multifamily, and so what comes to this board too. So you will see that. It just started the process at city council, which was just that the council supports it generally. And I think within last 2 to 3 years, that property had already gotten approval previously from council at that level, and then wasn't awarded, any tax credit money at the state. So of course, it's got to go through that process, and I think it's August or September before, we'll hear whether it was successful or not. That's all I have.
All right, at this time, we'll adjourn. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.